Welcome, my dear listeners. I am Kaori, and tonight I have a very special story for you. Journey of magic, adventure, and a beautiful girl with the longest golden hair you can imagine. Close your eyes, relax, and let me take you to a faraway tower, high in the woods, where the sun dances on Rapunzel's long locks. Now, let's begin. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, there was a beautiful princess named Rapunzel. But she wasn't like any other princess. No, Rapunzel was locked away in a tower, hidden deep within a forest, far from the world outside. A tower with no doors, only one small window, high up in the sky. Now, you might wonder, why would a princess be locked away? Well, there was an old witch, one who had once been kind to Rapunzel's parents. But when the princess was born, the witch grew bitter and jealous of the child's beauty and the magic in her golden hair. You see, Rapunzel's hair had a special power. It could heal wounds and reverse age. It was the witch's greatest desire to keep Rapunzel all to herself, so she locked the young princess away and kept her hidden from the world. But Rapunzel never gave up hope. She spent her days singing and dreaming of what life could be like beyond the walls of her tower. And when she sang, oh, her voice was so beautiful. It was as if the birds themselves stopped to listen. One bright, sunny day, as Rapunzel gazed out of her window, she heard a sound unlike anything she had heard before. A horse's hooves on the soft forest ground. She turned her head and saw a young man riding through the forest, his brown hair blowing in the wind. His name was Flynn Rider, and he had no idea that this tower, this place, would change his life forever. You see, Flynn was not just any traveler. He was a thief, a clever one, always on the lookout for treasures. And, by chance, he had stumbled upon the tower while escaping from some trouble. His curiosity led him to the base of the tower, and from below he heard a soft, sweet voice calling to him. "Who's there?" Flynn called out, his voice filled with both caution and wonder. From above, Rapunzel answered, her voice full of warmth and hope. I am Rapunzel. Can you help me? I've been waiting for someone to find me." Flynn, though startled at first, could not resist the charm of her voice. He stepped closer and looked up. There, at the top of the tower, Rapunzel appeared, with her long, shimmering hair cascading down in golden waves. A magical connection. Rapunzel and Flynn's first conversation was simple, just a few words, but it was enough to spark something magical. Flynn was curious about the girl in the tower, and Rapunzel was fascinated by the idea of someone from the outside world, and, oh, her heart fluttered as she looked at him. For days, Flynn returned to the tower, and as they talked more, something incredible happened. Rapunzel's heart opened. She shared her dreams of seeing the lanterns that filled the sky each year on her birthday, and Flynn shared his adventures. A friendship began to bloom between them, one built on trust, kindness, and understanding. The great escape. But their bond would not remain without challenge. The witch grew suspicious, and soon she found out that Rapunzel had been speaking to the outside world. In a fit of rage, the witch cast Rapunzel out of the tower, taking away the one thing she had left, her golden hair. But, with the help of Flynn and the courage that had grown in her heart, Rapunzel would never be lost again. Together, they escaped through the forest. Flynn and Rapunzel faced challenges, but every step they took brought them closer to freedom and to the life they had both longed for. Their hearts, once locked away, now beat in sync, filled with the love and hope they had dreamed about. And on one fateful day, they reached the city where the lanterns were released into the sky. It was then that Rapunzel realized that she had found the true magic not in her hair, but in the love and friendship that she had always dreamed of. A happily ever after. In the end, Rapunzel was reunited with her parents, and Flynn, the once thief, had found something even more precious than treasure true love. The two of them, forever bonded, watched the lanterns rise into the sky, marking the beginning of a new chapter in their lives. Rapunzel and Flynn's story reminds us that no matter how difficult the journey, love, hope, and courage will always light our way. And now, my dear listener, I hope you've enjoyed the tale of Rapunzel, the girl with the golden hair who found her happily ever after. Close your eyes, relax, and drift off to sleep, knowing that dreams can come true. Good night, and may you always follow the light in your heart.